Welcome to Enter the Vault.
These are the chronicles of two fat nerds on a quest to do as little as possible with their lives.
I'm Connor Christian.
And I'm Dean Case. And this is Grace by Felina. Felina! Hello.
Hello.
How are we?
We're all good today. I feel like I'm sharp today. I woke up at a reasonable time.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
You were still late for uni though.
I was still late for I was pretty late. I tried to wake up 2 hours before. I woke up half an hour before.
Whack.
Yeah, it was pretty whack.
So, we got a few things to talk about that we haven't actually written down yet.
No, we did kind of discuss them, and then we just then you just hit record.
So let's just see how it goes. We got like more good music as usual, and some interesting stuff's been happening this week actually in the world of comics, which is always sweet because that's what we should talk about.
That's what we advertise ourselves as talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that was. I was just basically trying to say.
That was a brain malfunction.
What I was trying to say.
Do you still have warranty out?
Is that as a comic book shop, we should be talking more about comics. But I think if you're listening to this, chances are you're probably into comics in the first place. So you probably already know what's going on. So we'll offer.
So we try to offer some news, but basically what we're doing is we're just saying, you guys probably know about it, so what's the point of us talking about it?
Yeah, so what we do is we just provide a happy medium, I guess, of like, there's some facts, and then
mostly fiction.
Yeah, I mean, we said like last week that we talk about Danny DeVito being cast to play Rocket Raccoon.
Oh yeah, we did. Shit.
Yeah, but there's not a lot in that.
Is there? It's pretty much all in the title.
Yeah.
It's like when, have you ever had that when you're talking, like, it's like there's three mates or whatever, and you and one mate are talking, you're like, do you remember that time when, like, Fred broke his arm on the fence, and you guys all laugh or whatever, and then someone goes, I don't know about the story about the time Fred broke his arm on the fence, and it's literally just, well, yeah, this one time Fred broke his arm on a that it was all there. Like, that was the whole story. Yeah. It didn't need. It was also November, I guess. Like,
yeah, I broke my arm trying to jump over a fence once.
Oh yeah. Is that the end of that story?
Yeah,
I've never broken a boat actually.
Point proven.
Yeah.
No, neither have I. I didn't break it. I very nearly broke it. I fractured my elbow, I think. Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty bad part to fracture.
Yeah, but it was fine.
No wanking for a week then, I guess, or...
No, I just used
went
the other
lefty.
hand. Yeah.
Adapt. That's what humans.
Adapt
that's what
and
humans
survive.
are for.
Far Cry Primal DLC. Yeah. Right. So, the first thing we've got on our list, because we literally just watched like the first 3 episodes of the animated series, is Spawn.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We literally did just watch that.
Yeah. That's why I said we literally just watched it. Like I wasn't lying.
But no,
I
you
don't
didn't,
lie.
You didn't pose any form of question. You just kind of stated the fact and then just turned around and looked at me.
Well, yeah. Well, I expected you to have something to say.
It was very entertaining.
We're doing a podcast, Connor. You have to talk every now and then. That's how it works.
I would say it was very entertaining. I liked it. It was, I mean, just to get one thing out of the way, if you guys, after listening to us, feel like you want to go watch it, just pre-warning, the animation's pretty janky.
Yeah.
All right. It was made in 1997 and it's an American piece. So, yeah, they weren't quite up to scratch with their animation. So it does seem very blocky and just like, instead of like them actually moving around, it looks like they're just pushing the character models around and just be like, yeah, you need to be here now. So
yeah,
there you go.
It's not exactly the most fluid piece of animation, is it really?
No, not really. But besides that, it's got a fucking cool like visual style, man. It's got, because like you were saying, it literally looks like it's been ripped straight out of a comic book. Like they literally just wanted to make a flip book version of a comic, basically. And well, for anyone who doesn't know what Spawn is about, it's just because we don't get many questions answered in the first couple of episodes, but
I can fill in if you want.
Yes, it's basically, go on, you do it.
Right, so Spawn is Todd McFarlane creation. He was an artist for Marvel, worked a lot on the older Spider-Man stuff in the 90s and the 80s, I think. And yeah, he's pretty sweet. I mean, you can definitely see his style like coming across into Spawn, but obviously, like as Connor said, it's a lot darker and
it's not, everything's in the shadows here.
It's not colourful. There's scenes where like and shots, panels I guess, that are literally like 90% black and then like
just tiny little just the bits that you need to see are lit up. It's like, we got his eyes and we got that guy's mouth. Right, done.
Yeah, pretty much.
It looks like whenever, like in The Simpsons, whenever they go to bed or whatever, and the whole room's black with their eyes just
see
light
their
up.
eyes, yeah. There's also what was I going to say? I wasn't going to say there's also. I was going to say that so basically Spawn was before he died. Right, okay. No, this is weird. This is a weird way of telling it.
Because the story is presented in a non-linear fashion.
Yeah. So
you need to, when you're explaining it, it's really hard to do it linearly, because normally when you explain a story to someone, you just go through all the bullet points in your head. But
yeah, right. Okay, so I've just kind of ordered it in my brain while you were saying that. I just knocked the microphone stand. Sorry. So you've got a guy called Al Simmons. No relation to Richard Simmons.
But that'd be great if it was. Go on.
And he is an assassin for the US government, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty metal.
Basically he gets paid to kill people for a living. So he goes to hell when he eventually dies.
Because obviously killing people when you're alive isn't a good way to live.
No, especially not for money.
No, yeah, that's even worse. Like the devil or God could kind of understand if you just killed people. It's like, oh, you were just a broken person. You're probably kind of good on the inside, but it's like, oh, you just did it for profit.
Yeah, you enjoyed it.
You don't even have any passion for it.
It's just your 9 to 5, man.
You fuck. Yeah.
So yeah, he dies and goes to hell, and he's married to a lady called Wanda, who wants kids. And he couldn't provide it. I don't know if he couldn't get it up or she just wasn't doing it for him.
I don't think it's the latter, because the way they've drawn this lady, she's pretty fucking hot, man. She's and
it was on HBO, so they're not afraid to show some boobs and arse and all sorts of like sexual shit that goes
all
on.
All sorts of things you'd see in the night time.
In the 90s, man, it was weird.
It was a weird time.
Weird. So anyway, basically he goes to hell. Satan's all like, yo, you were pretty like cool,
badass,
man. Yeah. So basically, if you join my army of Hellspawn to ring in the end of humanity, you can see your Wife again. Yeah.
And he's like, that sounds like a good deal. That sounds like something I want to do. Yeah, sign me up for that. But obviously, you made a deal with the devil. It's not going to be as simple as, yeah, you get to see your wife one more time. What actually happens is you get sent up to Earth as a fucking horrific demon, and you can't remember anything from your past life unless you kind of like, because it's based on instinct, right? You can't like actually remember anything, but he gets like feelings about stuff, and then that'll spark a memory. So
it's pretty weird. I mean, like, it starts out, it's just basically some dudes getting murdered in an alley, and then he kind of appears, and it's unexplained,
and then murders them some more.
And then it kind of just unravels over the first few episodes, and you get filled in a bit more as it goes on as to what's really kind of going on with the whole like hell and earth and the rapture thing happening. There's also a dude who's constantly commentating over everything.
Yeah, he's just this old dude who looks like, and I still can't remember his name, but it's the old Chinese fella from, and he is Chinese, I'm not just being racist. It's the Chinese fella from Kill Bill who's all old and has a long beard and is like really, really powerful.
Yeah,
he looks exactly like him, and I feel like that's also like kind of his role as well, because he's like, I'm all knowing, and even like he's just this homeless dude, but he just seems to know everything about this battle that's going on between heaven and hell. And it's like, well, why are you homeless then?
Yeah.
Like if you have so much knowledge that you know about heaven and hell, like as a fact,
sell it for millions.
Yeah. Go to the sun and be like,
the sun, specifically the sun.
Well, if you go to any of the other ones first, they're not going to believe you, but the sun will fucking pick up on anything. So you go to the sun first, you sell the story, and then when the Guardian or whatever gets a little bit interested in it and they research some more and they realize that you're right.
Yeah, they write like an interesting like character piece on you.
Yeah, like a thought piece, and then you don't get any money for it because it was another writer. So don't go to the sun. That was a bad idea. So for anyone who
write your own column for the Guardian or the Observer about heaven and earth, and basically just do it covertly. So if you're listening and you know about the coming rapture, there's my advice.
Don't be selfish. Let us know.
Yeah, just tell us, man, because we've spent a lot of time trying to get the shop open, and if we're all going to get wiped out,
if we open up and then we fucking look out the door and see the angels falling from the heaven, I'm going to find out who you are and slap you so hard.
Yeah, you heard me, man.
We're not. I don't think we're very intimidating. I don't think we have intimidating voices.
I don't think we do at all. Like, maybe we could.
I don't think I'd ever have the. I don't think even like within me I'd be able to intimidate someone with my voice.
Don't write the column.
See, that's just stupid. Now you just sound like my little brother trying to intimidate me.
Or it sounds like a shit Batman impression.
Just a shit Batman impression, yeah.
Yeah, so there's nothing I can do other than the guttural sounds that I was doing before this podcast.
Don't do them again.
But I'm not going to do them again.
I hate them so much.
It really wigs him out, so like it's just more reason for me to do it.
Well, it's because you sound like a pig man. Get that, don't...
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. I'm going to have to listen back to it when I edit this, and if it wigs me out, then I'll stop doing it. Because obviously someone else's perspective...
You hear it within your own head. You don't know how fucking weird it is, but...
What would be like your fucking tribal call, right? Say that we're going back to Far Cry again. Say that you was trying to intimidate Primal Man.
It would probably be just be kind of like a...
Would be like a whoo type thing, or...
No, it'd probably be more like a not like a roar, but like just a really long shout.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no, don't. Because
it'd be kind of like
these microphones
thing.
That was an old
like
man.
My granddad dying.
Yeah.
That was. I think that was literally my granddad reimagining his death rattle through my medium.
Well, it's getting weird. It's all this talk of heaven and hell and the oncoming rapture,
and shit.
And now we're channeling the dead.
And now Bill's come back from the dead just to give me his death rattle for one last time.
So Spawn.
Oh yeah, Spawn. Yeah.
There was a movie in 1997. It was shit.
Like literally the same year they released the animated series.
I don't know what year the animated series was.
1997.
Oh, okay then. So yeah.
Why would they? That makes no sense.
Right, it doesn't.
Because I'm guessing they tell the same story, right?
Well, yeah, the movie's kind of a bit of a slapdash attempt at like just squeezing everything in.
Sounds like when I have sex, yeah.
Great. Thanks for that imagery. I didn't need to see that. Talking of Hellspawn, so basically it's kind of like a basic version. It still has everything in it. Like he goes to hell, makes a deal, and then there's loads of bad CGI, and that's it really.
Makes sense. 1997.
Yeah, I mean the animated series, even obviously because it's got like 2 seasons of 6 episodes each, it's got a lot longer time for it to unfold compared to say trying to fit everything into an hour and a half.
Yeah, and that's also the other thing is the fact that it's not all the entire story isn't just focused on Al Simmons. It's also focusing around this corruption that's going on in the government at the time.
Yeah.
You've also got some bribery and covering up of child molesters, which I don't want to go too much into because I'll spoil the story, but there is the covering up of child molesters and shit. And it keeps kind of keeps going back and forth between Al Simmons and Wanda, who's not Wanda Simmons anymore because she's married to his best friend now, which is
deep.
It's deep, man. But yeah, so this is definitely for any comic fans out there who are listening, and if they want to watch a new TV show, it's definitely for fans of some like people with like a darker darker sensibility. They want to see some more gritty shit. They don't just want to read Spider-Man going like, oh, zip, and making some cool quips.
When has Spider-Man ever said
no
oh, zip?
I can guarantee he said "oh zip" in like a 70s comic. I will spend my life now looking for a comic where he says "oh zip." No, I just mean you want some you want some more mature content. You want to see some titties. You want to see some blood. You want to see some fucking Vietnam War flashbacks.
Some horrendous shit.
Some horrendous
real gore.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of imagery that looks like it would be fucking fit in Seven.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the whole thing has got like such a grim, dark kind of atmosphere to it, and I mean, it definitely translates from what I've seen of the comics. I mean, I haven't really read them, but after watching the animated series again, it just kind of popped into my head a few days ago, and I've been really wanting to pick up the Spawn Origins series, which are a series of graphic novels, and they look awesome. But yeah, the art is pretty twisted and pretty dark.
Yeah, I really love like twisted imagery. I don't know. I like things that are like where everything looks like really like splattered and teary. I don't like just really really blocky drawings. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a big fan of like really bright comics either. You know what I mean? Like especially like Adventure Time comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of like bright blocky colors. I'm like, oh, fucking scratch that. If it's all dark and black and streaky and just, yeah, that's my thing, man.
It's almost horror in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that like, I just like horror.
Yeah. So we're gonna play another tune, and then we're gonna talk about something that's not horror, but it's still an animated thing. So see, we're keeping it comics, kind of, until we probably
talk about something else.
Yeah.
This is Fake by Blind Tides.
My empty notebook. Take it slow. I'm still too blind to see. Spit your words out, 'cause no one hears you. Just spit your words out, 'cause no one hears you. Hold on for tomorrow. Swallow down your sorrow.
And that was Fake. With Blind. No, wait, shit. That was Fake by Blind Tides. And so, Spawn animated series, definitely recommend it. I mean, it's on YouTube, probably not officially. So
Probably not, because they've got them up in big chunks.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's official.
Yeah, but still, definitely worth checking out. If you can find a DVD of it, obviously, get it. But you can always test it. Try before you buy. Yeah.
That's the philosophy I believe in.
Yeah.
Because I've watched, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've watched like entire series illegally before, but then bought box sets. So
Yeah.
like I did it with Breaking Bad. I
Sweet.
watched all that illegally, and then I'm like, fuck it, just buy the entire thing.
I just never got into Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
I really
that's fine.
should. I really should give it a chance, but I don't know. Like it's
The first season, the first 7 episodes are kind of slow because it doesn't, like, there's not really much story to develop. All they're really developing is the fact that he's making drugs now. Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
But then, like, after that, it just rockets off. So
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to see someone making drugs, I'd just go down to Thamesmead. So
London joke. Just
yeah, wee, haha. So Batman's got a new thing. It's an animated series.
Is it a
And,
series? I thought it was a film.
No, sorry, a film. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I was looking at Spawn at the same time. It's called Batman Bad Blood. And it's...
Which is a cool fucking name.
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one, right? So apparently in the first 2 minutes, Batman gets a bit fucked up and then kind of disappears. And then we've got Batwoman. It's her movie premiere thing.
Yep.
And Batwing, as well as Grayson being Batman. We got Robin, and we've also got... Who else?
Those were all the heroes.
Yeah, that was the heroes.
That was
I
all.
thought
Those
so.
were all the heroes. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, you had. Well, yeah. Obviously, yeah. You said Dick
Yeah.
Grayson. So.
Cool. So it looks a lot more fluid than a lot of the other stuff.
That's like the one thing that I picked up on, because obviously in episode 2, if you want to cast your mind back that far, we spent 2 hours talking about the not Dark Knight Rises, the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
And like, again, that suffered from the Western blocky animation syndrome.
Yeah,
But
it wasn't too bad. I
wasn't
mean, it
too
was
bad.
just some parts of it looked a bit like kind of
Fucking
slapdash.
Robin falling out the window is still some of the worst.
Yeah, that's not great.
Now everything looks super, super fluid. Like, they're doing that thing that that has been prevalent in anime for years now, when the action is instead of Get your shit together. Warner Brothers, fucking hell. Japan's been doing it for 20 years
Actually, anime has been doing it for years, and the Western culture.
You think you know how to tell a story? You go to Japan, my man.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, good folklore in Japan. Anyway, so it's just I'm saying like the action instead of it. Or they've started adding like movement blur and more like it seems like instead of. It kind of reminds me a bit of like The Simpsons, right? Because when you see people move quickly in The Simpsons, you see their bodies kind of stretch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I noticed that they were kind of doing that in a very subtle way with the animation here, where everything was getting mildly stretched when they were moving around quickly to add like this sense of like acceleration and elasticity and, you know, fluidity and stuff to the action scenes, which will make things all very weird because you don't really, like we've mentioned before, you don't really see Batman too often just fucking going to town, but normally getting a bit shadowy. But now with with this new animation, I think they're gonna be taking full advantage of that and gonna have like huge battle scenes. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, just the trailer is on DC Access or whatever. It was at NYCC. And that reminds me, I might also have a thing to put up as a separate...
Don't make promises, just...
Yeah. Well, I'm with basically just to get it out there, so I do it.
So you're using it more as like an incentive rather than a false promise.
Yeah, exactly. Because if I tell people I'm going to do it,
then you're going to have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, there's this guy who was at NYCC. I'm having a Skype convo with him tomorrow at like 3. It's Friday today, Friday the 16th of October.
I almost said November. I'm fucking...
Jesus.
I'm lost.
And yeah, basically we're just going to have a chat about what he saw and stuff, and I'll probably put it up as like a separate episode or like a shorter thing. I don't know how we're going to do it. But yeah, it'll be somewhere. Anyway, yeah, so the new animation stuff looks sweet, and the trailer can be found on DC Access's channel on YouTube, which was at NYCC. And they've also got some interviews with like the cast and people who are involved in making it afterwards.
Mm. Also, if we didn't sell it to you then, they have samurai nuns.
Yeah, samurai nuns, and there's also weird electric looking dudes.
I'm hoping that's not someone we're supposed to know who that is, and we're just like, oh yeah, there's just some dude who knows how to use electricity, whatever, pass that on, and everyone's like, yeah, he's one of the main Batman.
Clearly, yeah. As soon as I said it, I was like, huh.
Oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't, just keep it vague.
It's fine. We don't need to know shit about comic. Oh, wait, we do.
Fuck, it's our business now.
Yeah, we made it our business.
See, that's going to be the weird thing when say we got like a customer and they're like, oh, can you recommend a comic? We're just fucking blindly guiding around our shop like, we got something. Then there'll be another fucking customer like, well, here it is.
we got like some, yeah.
You got your Dark Horse in that one.
Yeah.
You got Image next to that.
Some DC.
So got some 2000 ADs, I think. That who makes Judge Dredd? Is that 2000 AD?
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know.
I think so. I mean, like, I think
it's literally the only thing they make. Because whenever I'm
we stock the Beano.
Oh man, Beano's the coolest. I've not read a Beano in for fucking.
No, we need
ever.
to stock Beanos. I don't care. I want to stock Beano.
My stepmom.
I'm stocking Beano.
My stepmom said that she had a fucking Beano from 1977 that she was willing to give to us.
I bet that's worth like.
Probably nothing. I don't think she's got it in mint condition. It's like probably dogging and shit.
Still, like if it's one of the annuals, they're pretty cool, man.
No, I think it's literally. Oh, it might be an annual. No, were they doing annuals in 1977? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, the Beano's been going for fucking forever. So
yeah,
since like the 1700s, they were like, alas, it is ye olde Beano.
Dennis the Menace. He always makes me chuckle. Who are those fucking school kids? Or is that in the Dandy?
That's Dandy, mate, I think.
Fuck, I think that might be Dandy. We've got too many fucking kids comics over here. We need to give it a rest.
Yeah, when we was trying to do research for the shop, actually,
everything was about kids. Like you just type in like, fucking comics and sales figures, and it's like, well, CBBC selling a lot of magazines. Like, I do not give a fuck about the CBBC.
Yeah. It's
Sorry,
pretty
people, love you.
weird. So yeah, basically when we was trying to find figures and stuff to present our business plan to people to be like, hey, look, comics are selling. We couldn't find shit. So I made it pretty hard, and literally all there was like, oh yeah.
So whenever anyone asks about like business sales, like, ooh, movies, people are looking at the movies, so I guess they're buying the comics. Like, doesn't mean that at all.
So that reminds me, there's loads of shit happening with that, like the movies and TV side of things, right?
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Well,
it's a good time.
recently we've had, I mean, I've not watched it, you've not watched it, so I'm literally just saying it for the fun of it. But that Agent 13 or Jessica Jones came out on, or are they, I think they're the same thing, on Netflix.
Is it out yet?
I think it. Well, didn't you say that one of your mates had watched it?
Oh no, they watched the pilot at NYCC.
Oh right, so it's not out yet. But they watched the pilot at NYCC and they reported back saying that it lived up to the hype. So I mean, I'm still not probably going to watch it, but whatever.
You didn't watch Daredevil, did you? So
no, I've not watched Daredevil yet. No,
it's definitely worth a gander. I mean, I really like the Daredevil Netflix series. I don't really know a lot about Jessica Jones, so like that's why I'm kind of on the fence with it, but I'll definitely give it a go because I have a Netflix subscription, so I've got no reason not to, really. Sweet. We've also got rumours of a Moon Knight series coming.
I don't even know who Moon Knight is.
Basically, it was Marvel being like, Batman's cool.
Oh right, and they were like, so we've got the Dark Knight, so let's still make it about nighttime, but make it kind of Moon Knight. Moon Knight got it right.
Yeah, so he's pretty cool. I mean, he's also got this whole like weird psyche thing going on that the comics play on a bit. But again, I haven't really read a lot of them. Like, this is the worst thing because I'm like, yeah, I want to sell comics and stuff, and I absolutely love them, but there's so much out there.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Yeah,
the stuff that I have read, which is quite a lot, just pales in comparison to the sheer numbers of like comic books that are out.
What I mean. I feel like I've got like a very, see, my knowledge of comic books is more like a really large puddle, right? So like it's got like a big expanse, but it's not very deep. Like I know pretty much the surface of most of the comics, but then like there are people out there, and these are people this is what I want my mind to be like when it comes to comics and stuff, who are like a fucking ocean of knowledge where like it expansive and it just goes so deep. And I've never had that kind of passion for anything in my life. You know what I mean? Where I just know everything about that subject. It's like, well, I can't go on Mastermind and answer comics questions. I couldn't go on Mastermind and answer a question about anything. Yeah.
What about bass?
I probably don't know. I don't know that much about bass. This is what I mean. I know how to play a bass, but like you go like, what's your favorite strings? What's your favorite bridge song? I'm like, well, I don't fucking know. Like what? Yeah, I don't know anything about the actual. I don't know really anything important.
Who cares, man?
Yeah, that's just an epiphany I had right now. Is all the knowledge in my life amounts to nothing.
Doesn't matter, man.
Cool, man. As long as someone reassures me that it's okay.
As long as you're enjoying yourself.
Ooh,
Give it a few weeks.
Give it a few weeks. Okay. Well, what happens if in a few weeks? Now just give it another couple of weeks. It's fine.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Just keep giving it a few weeks.
Just keep giving it a few weeks, and eventually
you'll be dead.
So it doesn't matter.
Deep. Right. This is a track by Coloured In. It's called Seattle. They filmed the video in a sweet shop, and
it's a fucking funny video, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. This is like super grungy in that, and basically we had it ages ago, and it got kind of lost in my downloads folder, which is because disgustingly unorganized.
Yeah, we're not exactly organized when it comes to our submissions. We run around with our hands up in the air, going, "Please, anyone give us music." They give it to us, and we just kind of throw it to the side, like, "Yeah, we'll get it done at some point."
Yeah, so I'm really sorry to Coloured In for not playing this sooner.
How bad?
But it's awesome. So here it is.
I'm waking up
That was Seattle by Coloured In. Connor's got stage fright for some reason. This is the second time.
I've got red light syndrome right now.
This is the second time that we've recorded this link thing.
And I've just blanked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we going to talk about, Connor?
We're going to talk about... We're going to go back to Netflix again. Right, go back to what we were just talking about before. Turn the car around. Get back to that section. We're going back to Netflix. And Netflix... Go, wait a minute. We're still driving. We've gone past the attractions. Right, so Netflix,
So
I'm pretty sure, are telepathic. That's what I wanted to talk... Like, you know when you just have one of those weird experiences where you're like, there's no possible way, like, this is disconnected in any way, but there's no way that I can explain it. You know what I mean? So the other because I love David Cross, man. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. I love David Cross. I love his writing. I love his acting. I love him in Arrested Development. I love him in Mr. Show with Bob and David, which is I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys out there don't know about it. It was a sketch show on HBO with David Cross and Bob Odenkirk, who you all know from, as we mentioned before, Breaking Bad. And as you can tell, like, he's Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad. He's a pretty funny dude there. You can only imagine how funny he is when he's writing his own stuff. And him and David Cross just complement each other perfectly. And they had this really eclectic, what's the word I'm looking for? It was just weird. What abstract?
It was odd.
Abstract.
It's basically,
it was very abstract comedy.
Yeah,
that's it. It was very British in its own sense because it was like an American Monty Python almost. But it was very, very odd. Very, very odd scenarios. And they made like 2 seasons of it and then just stopped because obviously David Cross started, doing actual things, and then Bob Odenkirk was doing actual writing jobs. And I was just sitting around and thinking, like, it was big. I was talking to Dean, and I was just like, it would be great if just one day they just, I don't know, got together and just made a new sketch show and, I don't know, put it on Netflix or something. They could put it on Netflix, can't they?
Well, initially we said Adult Swim.
Oh, we said Adult Swim. That was right. They would definitely pick it up. And lo and behold, like 4 days later, I open up my Facebook feed and there it is. Netflix have announced that David Cross and Bob Odenkirk are going to be writing a sketch show for them. They had a trailer up, and I almost was just like, I'm Derek Acora. I'm pretty sure. For those of you who don't know who Derek Acora is, who might have just been like, what? He's a TV medium. He basically goes around on ghost hunting programs like, oh, I could feel a funny feeling in this room. I think there's a ghost, and then someone's like, nah, I just left the aircon on. So,
it's just a fan in the corner.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Just saying, Derek, please sign my something spiritual. That joke fell flat. That joke fell flat. Sorry that we had to put everyone through that. I bet that was just an awkward moment to listen to.
Yeah. It's like, when someone tells a joke and it falls flat, which is basically most of my life, but I like to laugh in my own head. I've got my own canned laughter.
This whole podcast is that, but we just laugh at each other's jokes, so it's fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Well, there's no problem if you don't make it a problem. You know what I mean?
If one person's laughing,
it's not a problem.
No,
that's what I mean. All of these people who are complaining about things offending them and people not being politically correct, it's like, well, one person laughed, so it's fine.
No, it's not.
It's not. So it makes some like horrible sadistic joke. And one guy goes like, huh? Like Donald Trump just says some fucking awful shit about like Mexican rapists like raping his bean fields or something. And just one guy goes, huh? And he's like, see, that guy found it funny. He knows what I'm talking about. You can't have a go at me about it.
So that's the kind of humor that you'll get from the David Cross stuff. Just weird, abstract, obscure.
Yeah, he definitely influenced me a lot. Like, if you listen to any of his stand-up, it's just he's just a strange. It's hard to explain. It's
hard to explain. Weird.
He doesn't like. There's no point.
No, I can't begin to explain it. But what I can explain is if you're looking for some of his work that you can watch before this comes out on Netflix. I'm not sure on the date, but it's just called With Bob and David currently.
Because I think maybe HBO own the title Mr. Show, so they can't do Mr. Show with Bob and David.
So it's almost a joke in itself. That
yeah,
it's just,
see, that's what I mean. Like David Cross, he'll just fucking shove a joke anywhere he can, and it's always hilarious.
So he's done a thing before that was like a sitcom called The Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret. It
was actually I think it was aired on Channel 4 for a bit, but it was originally aired by another fucking American TV show, and it's basically just David Cross being on the surface of it, you're just thinking, oh, this is just going to be about a dumb American who doesn't really understand his way around the UK, which is true, to say the least. Like, that is the basic premise of it. It's about a dude who comes over to England and, you know, obviously doesn't know jack shit, so he keeps getting caught up in awkward situations. But the overlying text of it is that everyone, like, he's just a fucking huge piece of shit. So you watch him blunder and lie his way through life, and all this awful stuff is happening to him. And in most TV shows, they would make out, because he's the main character, he's the dude in the title, they make out like, oh, you should feel sorry for him, he keeps messing up. But not this TV show. They make him out to be the biggest fucking cunt on earth, and he deserves everything he gets. And it's so, and I think that's why it probably popped off more over in the UK, because number one, it's set in the UK. Yeah. But number two, it relishes in Schadenfreude. You know?
Oh yeah, it's almost painful to watch in some points. It
gets so painful to watch. It like any cringy thing you could think of, like, just always happens, and you can feel your muscles tensing up and like everything trying to hug itself, just like, ooh, like, because you can't comfort anyone in the scene, so you have to kind of just comfort yourself to get yourself through this horrible scenario. And
it's essentially him just lying his way into terrible situations.
Terrible situations.
And it's good because it's almost realistic in a way. Like, if you was basically just to fucking lie about everything, about subjects that you have no idea about, on a podcast where you play music, you're eventually going to get yourself into trouble because you're going to slip up and not know who a villain was in a Batman film.
He was probably like a really popular one. Or you're going to say that, like, I don't know, that Dick Grayson wasn't Nightwing or something stupid like that. I don't know. You're just going to get it all messed up and everyone's going to shout at you. And that's the wrath of the internet. You gotta know what you're doing when you're poking the tiger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not that anyone listens, really.
No, other than we're more like poking just air.
We're poking that one guy, that Alien AM guy.
Oh yeah. Well, how you doing, man? If you just want to,
we can just make this.
We can make this.
Right, what we'll do is we'll start now. We'll leave a couple of a few gaps. So, hey man, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How's things?
Nah, she's not with us anymore. No.
So, what you been up to?
Oh, dude, you should probably go to the doctor about that. That's fucking gross.
Been busy?
Okay, right, that's it. We don't care about the conversation anymore.
So, if you could break down that into bullet points
and send us an email, or just do an audio recording where you also have blank spots, and we'll just.
We'll just roll off of it. If you actually do want to do that, you can send it to hello@vaultcomics.co.uk.
We really should be saying this email every single time.
Yeah, we always forget, right?
Yeah, but we should just be not part of our intro, just part of our, like, maybe the outro.
Yeah, if anyone makes it that far.
if anyone manages to endure the fucking humorless marathon.
Yeah, pretty much. This is Crystal Clear by Montana. And we got it courtesy of Struggletown Records.
Nice one, man.
Who are lovely chaps.
Men. No.
Yeah. Whatever. Bye. No, wait. What?
It's not the end of the episode.
No,
come on.
That was fucked, but I'm still here. Come clean, remember all the things she said to me when I was so much younger. Come clean, let the past few months wash over me to make me so much stronger.
So that was Montana with Crystal Clear, and that's out on an EP, all digital, through Struggletown Records. As usual, we'll have links to everything, everywhere, basically. All over the place.
All over the place, just splattered like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Like 90s forums about like M audio speakers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
All be there.
punkrockcalifornians.com.
Yeah.
We'll probably put it on there. Oh, maybe Slimming World. I don't know why. Just
X
a little
videos in the comments section.
Mate, X videos in the comment section is not somewhere where you want to be putting your name, because there is some weird shit knocking about there. I'm not gonna lie. I read the
I'm just
comment
promoting
section.
punk music, man.
Yeah, but then someone, I don't know. No, what I'm saying is it's a very volatile, poisonous chamber that just any porno comment section, but especially X videos and XXX. Literally, there might not even be a person of any discernible ethnicity in a video, and somehow it will always turn into some racist thing about black people having sex with our white women, and it's like, what? There's not even.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about the comment section on X videos.
I know, I'm talking to them.
They're talking to them. All right. Yeah, what I'm saying, I don't know what. Also, what I want to know is, why do people comment on porno videos?
Why is there even a comment section?
Because
or why is there a
there's
share
not
button
really,
as well for social media?
Oh my god! Like I've not ever been like close to sharing it, but I have been like, clicking on the pause button and like click the share button by accident. And been like, what? Because obviously it gives you like a warning, like you're about to share this, so you're sure, and you're like, oh no.
Automatically tags all your family in it as soon as you share it. Anyone who's listed in your family in your about section gets a notification.
Just like, hey, if you want to know what Connor's doing with his life right now, he's disgracing himself. No, but like, there's nothing to really discuss within
there's not. It's
porn video.
It's very straightforward, isn't it?
Even with like some YouTube videos, like I don't know, if a fucking like a music video, yeah, there's something to discuss. Someone like, oh, I really like this, and other people are like, yeah, I agree. But on a porno, you watch it, you enjoy it, and you go, right, that's it, done. You don't need to leave like your opinion on it, like this made me jizz. That was well done. You just the comment section is already there. It's the fucking like or dislike button. I'll have that because that's a good resource. You don't want to be clicking on videos that you're not gonna enjoy, so you need a fucking like dislike percentage, just to know. I'm going way too far.
Yeah, you're going way deep, man. You're going way too deep.
I'm gonna make the perfect site one day, and it's gonna beat Brazzers. It's gonna beat Pornhub. It's gonna be the best.
Sweet, man. Good to know. That's your goal, is it? Beyond this?
Yeah, beyond this. This is my next level.
Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You can't be part of this with me. That's just weird.
No, it would be pretty weird, wouldn't it? That like we do a podcast about that. It'd be this.
Except sometimes we might mention a porn star, and then we'll just go back onto. See, that would be the other way around. Basically, we're just talking about porn for like 5 seconds, then just talk about comics for fucking 20 minutes, and then go like, oh yeah, but yeah, Sasha Grey's dead.
Oh,
that wouldn't really be like. Oh.
She had a musical career for a bit.
Yeah, I heard about that, and she has been in a couple of TV shows as well. I think she was on NCIS.
Stuff. Weird. Basically, a friend of mine knew these guys in an old industrial band called Throbbing Gristle, which is a fucking horrible name.
Throbbing Gristle.
Yeah, it's gross, man.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
So yeah, they make stuff that sounds like their name. And
It's all on the tin.
they had like Sasha Grey on one of their tracks singing, and I wish that I could play it, but I can't. We can't because I haven't asked for it or anything. But if you want to look it up, just make sure you type this in on YouTube and not Google.
and not Google, because Google is a fantastic search engine, right? Which will come up with all of her other work. No, you can probably type it on Google if you do the full title, but especially do not search it on Bing, because that will only come up with the porno. So,
well, I genuinely can't remember the name of the song, so all you're going to have to type in.
So you literally have to type in Sasha Grey.
No. You have to type in Sasha Grey throbbing gristle, but that could take you anywhere.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's in a porno clip that's titled that. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Ugh.
Oh, she was gross.
Gross. We're getting blue towards the end of this.
We are getting very blue to the point where I think we've probably not like mortally offended, but definitely have people going like, like
that's my reaction to people being offended at us. Just a good belly laugh,
but not like oh my god, you guys are going to hell. We're just kind of like, that's not dinner conversation, is it?
If you're listening to this round your Sunday dinner table with your gran. Sorry.
Wrong time, dude.
Oh god. Right, we've got like 2 more songs, but I'm not sure we're gonna have time to play both. There's one of them that I've got a lot to talk about with it. So
how about Radio Link? So we're gonna talk about this song, and then we'll just Radio Link the last one at the end.
Sweet. So this is Mixed Emotions by a band called Alli with an I.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that was on here. Okay.
Yeah. So we managed to get hold of these guys. They've been split up for like 10 years now.
Yeah. These guys are old school.
I dropped them a message on the Facebook page, as I normally do, and yeah, they just got back to me like super quick, and were like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." So big thanks to them for that. This is basically a song that I cannot ever fucking explain where this came from. And it was kind of like, it was weird. It was like foreshadowing for my own life, which is weird. But like, you'll hear from it. It's pretty like hardcore punk influenced emo kind of sound. It's cool. But basically it just appeared in my fucking iTunes library when I was about 14.
Yeah. I've had songs like that before where you're like, where did I hear this first? Who showed this to me? And it just and you just have it in your iTunes for like ages, and you're always listening to it like, weeks apart. But you just like,
but genuinely, like, no one showed it to me. That's
Yeah.
the weird thing. Like it literally was just there, and it wasn't. I looked up, like, I tried to find info about it even back then, and it was like the album that it was on wasn't on iTunes. They only had their second album on iTunes, so I couldn't have got it from there. I wasn't like doing any music piracy because I just used to buy music or use YouTube back in the day.
You were a better person than I was then back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to risk LimeWire back then because so many of my friends just had horror stories about viruses and shit from it.
Yeah, I was a bit of an idiot with computers back in the day. I don't even think I can apologize to my mum enough about the way that I mistreated that computer with LimeWire. So just don't touch it.
Yeah.
Gross. I'd rather have Lyme's disease than LimeWire. You know what I mean?
LimeWire doesn't exist anymore because...
Oh, is it literally just completely dead?
Yeah. Yay. We actually did something right to stop piracy.
We won. Mission accomplished on a fucking walk hanger,
so
like
everyone,
George W. Bush.
Buy your fucking music, please. Except for huge artists, I guess. They probably don't need it. So stream it on YouTube.
Or Spotify. Just do a music streaming service.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I have no fucking clue where this track came from, but I've always loved it, and I didn't know that I didn't know I'd ever fucking be into this music back then, really, when I first heard it. I just kind of knew that I liked it, but never dug into the scene or anything around it. So this is Mixed Emotions by Alli with an I.
Hey, you got a name? Alli with an I.
Sometimes I get it. You'd rather be with someone who treats you
So that was Mixed Emotions by Alli with an I. And
went very Radio 6 there. Thank you.
yeah, this we're gonna say goodbye.
Let's go, from Radio 6 to Radio Silence. This is Gently Caving In by Lonelily, which, interesting fact, I know I just said we were going to do a radio link.
It's fine, we can carry on for a bit.
Just a quick little thing. Lonelily is fronted by, I wouldn't say a friend, it's just someone I know, back from up north in Northwich. We went to the same college together. We talked to each other a few times. We had a mutual friend with a guy called Jake, who's in that band called Simmer, who I've mentioned a few times. So
popping off.
Yeah, I think like Mid Cheshire College is going to be a bit like CBGBs of the North, you know?
Except for you.
Except for me. Like everyone is just going to fucking rocket off into musical success. Like, Northwich is the new like cool part.
You're just going to own a fucking bankrupt comic book shop.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, where did everything go so wrong? So fucking
You met me.
Yeah, met you. That was it. You're the fucking catalyst for everything that's wrong in my life. So So fucking nice one, Matty, on this. This is a sad track. So if you're into your sad music, this is a fucking banger. So this is Gently Caving In by Lonelily. Fucking enjoy it, guys. See you in a bit.